Adam Taxon here in conservative firing line mode. And let's talk about one of the articles there. I want to bring your attention to it. It's called Independent Filmmaker. President Trump must call out Twitter over censorship at SOTU, which of course is State of the Union. That's coming up before the Super Bowl, which our minds are sort of on the Super Bowl here in the Philadelphia area. Had to stick that one in there. Boycott the NFL if you want, if you're more principled than I am. But that's not the point of this video. I want to start off this article by Joe Newby, who is something of an expert on the subject. Look up his book, Banned, with Adina Kutnicki about Facebook and how it enables terrorism. That's not the point of this video. Let me read you a little bit of the article, tease you so you actually read the whole article. And yeah, here it is. As we and others have reported, James O'Keefe's Project Veritas, they do great work by the way, has released a series of scathing videos in which employees of the social media site Twitter have admitted to shadow banning and censoring those with a point of view that runs contrary to the politically correct Silicon Valley culture. Many have expressed outrage, and one independent filmmaker, and we're going to talk a lot about him, says it's time for President Trump to publicly call out social media sites like Twitter. So this is basically about one person advocating that President Trump do that. A platform, we're talking about Twitter, a platform which has played a huge role in his electoral victory. That's because, well, not because Twitter had an agenda, but because Trump utilized Twitter as well as he could, just like JFK, I guess. These are my words here, not the words of the article. JFK exploited television, which was a relatively new technology at that point in 1960. Talking about Twitter, well, basically that he should use it at the upcoming State of the Union speech. Now, speaking about shadow bans, I assembled a few tweets here. Going to go off the actual topic, and you can see them up there. Candace Owens, I don't know much about her. It says, I am blocked by this account. What about you guys? And the account she's talking about is something hashtag shadow ban test. It's rumored, that's not a true thing, that @William Legate is a Twitter algorithm machine, and that if you've been blocked by his account, then Twitter is hashtag shadow banning you. Now I got that Shadow song stuck in my head. You know the one, Lionel Richie. I heard it yesterday on Big 40 Countdown on Sirius Big 80s. I think it was like number 9 from This Week in 84. You know, we were running with the night, playing in the shadows. Well, that's the point, the shadows part. But back to what he was saying, then Twitter is shadow banning, hashtag shadow banning you. It's late at night. Forgive me. Please take a moment to go there and report back here to answer my polling question. 68% said yes, and I guess I looked it up. I'm part of that 68%. Interesting here. The key takeaway from here, the tweet says big newsmakers that covered our hashtag shadow ban story. Savage Nation, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, Ben Shapiro, Brent Bozell, Tucker Carlson, Drudge, hashtag fake news outlets that did not cover the story and misled about our book, hashtag American Pravda, at CNN, which of course President Trump calls very fake news, also at The Hill and at The Inquisitor, and there's a link to a video there. I'm not putting the video in here. Project Veritas, interestingly, they're verified, but James O'Keefe is not, which I guess James O'Keefe probably just wants to make a mockery of the whole verification process. As one friend of mine called it, well, if you're in the mailroom at Vox or something, then you get verified. But here it says, did you see our hashtag shadow ban videos? A new profile picture might let the fake news media who did not report on it know that you did. All right, cute. Jacob Harris, here's a tweet. The attempts at censoring right-wing voices and facts is only strengthening our arguments and fortifying our resistance to their free speech suppression. I agree with that. And then Joe Pagliarulo, I always think of that former Yankees third baseman when I hear of him. He substitute hosted for someone in the past. Was it Rush Limbaugh, Michael Savage? I don't remember. But this is a great point. Hashtag Women's March 2018 has been trending this entire day, while hashtag Schumer shutdown was pulled by Twitter allegedly because it was being pushed by bots. In other words, Twitter saying that it was. Do not be fooled. The powers that run this site ensuring you see what they want you to see. Hashtag shadow ban. I've noticed that some things that are more conservative seems to trend like, I'm an early riser, before 6 a.m. And so they can say, see, it trended here, but no one's looking at Twitter then, because remember, that's on the East Coast where I am. So just some interesting points. Let's go back to that article for a second. I'm going to tease you with a little bit more. Talks about the guy, David Rosler. He's the creator of the faith-based 3D movie Orbiter. He told conservative Firing Line Monday, which is today still, that he believes the social media giant is censoring links to his movie's website. There's a link to it there. He said they're deliberately trying to hurt our business interests. They're trying to keep us from getting funds and getting traction. And, then he points out, I'm skipping the article, which hopefully maybe you turned me off by now and you're just reading the article. But he suggested, here's the money quote. Trump needs to speak generically about the millions of people and the thousands of businesses being targeted by social media. Free speech is something that should be embraced by everyone, regardless of political and religious persuasion, Rosler said, explaining that Twitter has been shown in O'Keefe's videos to be ideologically driven and hostile to opposing points of view. And that's enough. Hopefully you're tempted to read the article now. Again, it's called Independent Filmmaker, President Trump Must Call Out Twitter Over Censorship at State of the Union. And maybe we'll get the ball rolling on that. Maybe this will get noticed by someone. I think it's a good idea for him to do that. And I've taken enough of your time.